I would like to ask Tammy Coxen to join us. Tammy is joining us back today for the mixology session, where we're going to learn how to mix the Hugo drinks. The Hugo, what do I need to figure out what I actually call this when Tammy joins us, but there is a specific name and it has a history. And Tammy, I need to just say this is one of my favorite people in the world. She is somebody behind the scenes who makes most of the conventions happen, and she's just awesome. Tammy, how are you today?
I'm good, Gadi. How are you?
I am doing great. SpaceX/NASA just launched people into space.
I know, it was amazing. And I loved watching it with all of you at the same time. So
people didn't really see it, but I was crying. I had tears.
I saw you do that. That was great.
But on that note, let's just let you take it away.
All right, so I'm going to make a cocktail called the Hugo. And you're like, what does this have to do with the Hugos? Well, like nothing. But because we are doing the Hugo panel today with the artist finalists, I wanted to make this cocktail seem to make sense. So this is a spritz. By this point, everyone in the world, I think, has heard of the Aperol spritz. So this is an Italian bittersweet aperitivo called Aperol that you add some Prosecco and sparkling water to. And so that drink took off in Italy in the 1950s, then took off worldwide in 2018, and it was the 9th best-selling cocktail in the world in 2019. But spritzes have existed for a long time. They were actually invented by merchants and diplomats of the Habsburg Empire when they were occupying Venice. The local wines were stronger than what they were used to, so they started asking the local barkeeps to add some water to their wine, and thus the spritz was born. Today's Italy is still just a collection of city-states. I loved what David was saying about speculative history. If anybody's read Guy Gabriel Kay's series, where he is basically looking, he just kind of rewrites with a slightly fantastic twist history. And he talks, Venice is one of his city-states there. So today's Italy is still just a collection of those city-states, and the regions have their own personalities and rivalries. And the Aperol Spritz, now that's associated with Venice. So in 2005, a bartender named Roland Gruber in the Tyrol region of northern Italy, he's tired of Venice getting all the spritz love, so he says, I'm gonna do something about this. And he decides to come up with his own spritz. So he combines some mint. So I'm just gonna put some mint into my wine glass here. And I'm just gonna muddle it just a little bit to bring out the aroma. Not beating it up too much. And he combines that with some elderflower syrup. Now I am using Saint Germain, which is an elderflower liqueur, because I don't have any elderflower syrup. I usually get mine from IKEA, and IKEA is unfortunately closed right now. So my spritzes are great because they're very low alcohol. You can kind of drink them all day. This will be a little bit higher alcohol, but I could use that today. And then from there, you just add as much sparkling wine and as much Prosecco as you like into a wine glass with some ice. So sparkling water, I should say, and Prosecco. You could use another sparkling wine here if you don't have any Prosecco lying around. All right, so I'm gonna add about 3 ounces of my Prosecco. And about 2.5 ounces or so of my sparkling water. And so this guy, Roland, he called this drink the Hugo. And so I was like, okay, this has got to be the official drink of the Hugo Awards, maybe. It's celebratory. Sparkling wine, right, is always a very celebratory drink. So I think it is very fitting. And here in Michigan, where I am, we have had our first beautiful round of summer days. So I'm certainly ready to drink a spritz on the patio. So that's it. Just water, sparkling water, Prosecco, elderflower syrup or elderflower liqueur, and then I threw a lime wedge in there as a garnish. So this is a great drink if you want to make a non-alcoholic cocktail version of this. If you can get your hands on the elderflower syrup, which if you're outside the US, you probably can get it in lots of different places. You might see it marketed as elderflower cordial. But you can just take that syrup, put it with just all club soda or all sparkling water instead of Prosecco. And then add some lime right into the drink, about a 1/2 ounce, just to make up for the little bit of acidity from the wine that you're missing. So the Hugo for the Hugo Awards. I'm also going to take a minute to actually put my Hugo administrator hat on. So I'm not just a cocktail geek, but I am also the administrator of this year's Hugo Awards for Con Zealand. And because you all tuned into Essence of Wonder today, you get to be the first to know that, crossing my fingers, knocking on wood, if all goes well, the Hugo packet should be available for download on the Con Zealand website within the next 24 hours. So cross your fingers, keep your eyes on social media. We're really excited to get this out to you as soon as we can, because we know you are ready to do your reading, your listening, and your watching to be able to vote for the Hugo Awards. So thanks everybody, and cheers, Gadi.
Cheers. And honestly, while I do appreciate you coming on and teaching us this, because you always do an amazing job, and I don't care about any of that right now. You made this happen. You made the Hugo package come out, and thank you for that.
It wasn't just me, big team of people. So.
Huge team, but you delivered the news. If it was bad news, I would blame you.
All of our finalists, right? The creators, the publishers, the people themselves who submitted the works to the packet. So, you know, it's definitely a team effort, and it's a really important part of the process. So thanks so much to the finalists for submitting that, and all of you, just stay tuned. Don't get too excited, but looking forward to sharing that with you soon.
Thank you, Tammy. And for those interested, Tammy actually moved online when the coronavirus happened, and she gives classes on tammystastings.com, I do believe. Where else can we find you, Tammy?
Tammy's Tastings on Facebook, a little bit on Instagram, but I'm a horrible Instagram person. But yeah, my website, tammystastings.com. Facebook, I'm doing Facebook Live events on Tuesday nights that are free, and I talk about different kinds of spirits or liqueurs, things that you might have always wondered, what is this crazy ingredient? The one coming up this Tuesday, I'm going to be talking about vermouth. And so that's a really interesting, there's interesting history and lots of different styles. So it'll be a good time. Tune in.
Thank you, Tammy. We appreciate you coming in.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, everybody. On to the Hugo finalists.
Absolutely.